Today, we are going to answer a common finance interview question. When an analyst is looking at a company for the first time, which of four activities does he do first? Is it sizing the market, defining the industry, calculating market share, or estimating the cost base? We will walk through the logic carefully, step by step, and we will build an intuitive flowchart. Here are the four activities. I will list them as choices, and then we will reason through the order. Notice that each later step depends on the steps before it. Let's build a simple process map. First, we must define the industry. Only after that can we size the market. After we know the market size, we can calculate market share. And once we know the company position, we can estimate costs. So the first action is to define the industry or industries in which the company operates. Let's visualize that now. Why is defining the industry? First, because every other number depends on what you count as the market. If you do not define the industry, you do not even know which competitors to include. Without a clear industry boundary, market size can be too large or too small. And if market size is wrong, market share is wrong too. So the foundation is the industry definition. Let's make it concrete with a simple example. Imagine a company that sells electric bicycles. Does it belong to the bicycle industry, the transportation industry, or the electric vehicle industry? Each choice produces a different market size. That is why we must define the industry first. Only then can we sensibly size the market. Once we have the industry defined, we can size the market. That usually means estimating total revenue or total units for the industry. After that, market share is simply the company revenue divided by industry revenue. So market share is a ratio, and ratios need a clear denominator. That denominator comes from market size, which comes from the industry definition. Finally, estimating the cost base makes the most sense after we know the company position. Costs depend on scale, competition, and product mix. Those factors are clearer once we know the industry and the market share. So cost-based estimation is not the first step. It is later in the analysis sequence. Let's recap slowly and clearly. Step 1 is to define the industry or industries. Step 2 is to size the market. Step 3 is to calculate market share. Step 4 is to estimate the cost base. Therefore, the correct first activity is to define the industry. If you remember one key idea, remember that the industry definition sets the boundary for everything else.